Hi there, welcome back to this week's video. It's now just coming up to the end of March, almost my birthday. Anyway, yeah, coming up to the end of March. We are well and truly into the breeding season. So we started back in November. Back in November we probably running just over 120 males, maybe close to 130, somewhere between there. Over the time we record every single lockup we witness. But sometimes you get to the end of the season or during the season, you'll notice certain particular males you've not seen lock up. About 4 weeks ago we were 12 males, I believe, that we hadn't witnessed any locks. We used a couple of the little tricks and tips that I'm about to tell you, and we're now down to only 5 of those have yet to witness a lockup. Don't despair if you don't see a lockup, even after trying some of these tips. Previous season I had over 60 clutches laid where I hadn't witnessed any male and female lockup at all. Obviously the female had opportunities with males, so unless you're a complete and utter snake pervert and you're watching them 24 hours a day, which I'm not, I can think of far better things to perv on. There's a good chance you won't see the lockups anyway, or some lockups anyway. So as I say, we had over 60 clutches that hadn't witnessed a lockup. Bearing in mind, I am looking at least twice a day for locks, but it just goes to show there is a large element of time, especially late through the night, where they may lock up and you just wouldn't have seen it. So yeah, just don't despair, even if you think some of these tips haven't actually worked. Anyway. So the first thing we do, if we've got a male that's not seen any locks from this particular male, we will get a freshly shed skin from any of the other males that have locked up multiple times, and we will drop those skin or skins in with the stubborn male. It doesn't matter if you put 1 or 2 in. What you're trying to do is you're trying to create different smells, different scents and pheromones just to really set the male off, try and stimulate him as much as possible. Often that's enough that when you then move him across to a female the following day, he's kind of determined he wants to pass on his genes. He's realised there's other males in the area, and that might have just pushed him over the line to want to breed. If that hasn't worked, you can step it up a gear and actually put female skins in there as well. So the combination males and female skins, it's all about trying to stimulate the male with scents and smells and pheromones that are floating around within the collection, to try and stimulate that male to want to start breeding and pass on his genes. That normally is enough to swing it over. Certainly if you try it over several weeks, you should pretty much get the males up and running. If none of that works, one of the final things that we do here, we would put another male in with the stubborn male, only for a few hours. That would just dominate the timid male a little bit, and hopefully it will make him realise that there's other males in the area and he really needs to start thinking about passing on his genetics rather than letting those other males dominate the area. You do need to watch out a little bit, especially during breeding season with 2 male ball pythons together, because they will thrash around a little bit. You'll get one male that will try and pin the other male down to show his dominance. Leave it for a few minutes, but not too long. If they are trying to pin each other down, just let them have a few minutes of that and then separate them. If they're just sitting there and not particularly doing anything, then you can leave them for a bit longer, just for the bit of action and the smells and pheromones to kind of kick in. And that again should be enough to hopefully wake that male up and make him realise that he needs to start thinking about spreading his genetics out into his territory. One thing that I've seen other breeders do is actually put 2 males together in with 1 female. It's not something I've ever done here. Basically, I don't want the confusion of not knowing exactly which male side the clutch. And again, also you've got the risk of maybe it's not your primary male that you've put in with the female that's actually ended up pairing up. It may be the secondary male that you've put in there actually takes over and does the deed. And also just remember, if you do put 2 males in, you can get clutches sired by 2 males. I have used 2 males in the past, 15, 18 years ago when I started. I used to get excited and put every male with every female just to try and get a clutch of anything. And that was good enough back then. You've got to remember, pastels were over £3,000 each, $4,000. So yeah, we were happy just to breed anything, try and get anything new. So we'd all try and put multiple males in with multiple females. What it did mean is an absolute nightmare identifying clutches, and also it was always surprising when you found a clutch that's hatching and it was clearly 2 different males that sired the same clutch. So that's quite interesting. So anyway, yeah, give it a go, try those tips out, see how you get on. Drop some comments below, tell me whether it's worked for you, or if you've got any other tips for other people, post them in the comments below. Please like, subscribe and share. It would really, anybody who does actually like my videos and enjoy watching them, it would really help a lot if you can share the videos as much as you can on any other platforms, Facebook or wherever, or any of the reptile groups. Would help me a lot, and I'd really appreciate that. So anyway, hope your season's running well. As I say, just a quick video, a couple of little tips, and let me know how you get on. Take care and see you next time. Bye bye. Hi there, and welcome to this week's advert. Something slightly different this week. This actually comes free, this item, with any snake that you purchase from us. So I'd like to introduce our 2021 season snake bag. This snake bag is embroidered and full colour, multi-purpose as well. So these bags are free of charge for anybody who buys snakes from us this year, unless you're a trader, in which case it meant you've bought my snakes off me incredibly cheap. So you will get an incredibly cheap cotton bag that will be pure white or dirty yellow. Anyway, 2021 season bags, multi-purpose. Let me just run through some of the other usage. Obviously you can drop a snake in there. Now when I was in the jungle, I was in the Amazon about this time last year, this would have been absolutely ideal as a little bandana. Now that would have stopped the mosquitoes and me burning the top of my head. I don't know why the top of my head burns, never used to. Anyway, that would have stopped me burning the top of my head. And also with what's going on in the world, you'll notice there's a lot of rather ridiculous regulations at the moment regarding face coverings in the shops. Now, face coverings, you can wear whatever you like, it just says a face covering, so they're not really going to achieve too much, but in the spirit of the whole thing, obviously you can pull this down and you've got your COVID face covering ready for any store, any shopping. You can see perfectly well through this, so I mean I'll demonstrate now. 5 fingers, thumbs up, see? Proof there, I can see perfectly well through this material. It has been designed for vision. If you're a pirate and you've had to remove your patch, don't forget you can always bring this round and you can drop that over your eye, so you've got a patch there as well. So these are pirate ready as well for any of you guys that are pirates. Talking of pirates, there is another use as well. I think you're probably one step ahead of me with this. This also entitles you to free money withdrawals. So apparently if you walk into a bank with one of these on, you can get free money. Not too sure how the system works. I believe you sometimes get free money, and if you don't get free money, you get free accommodation for up to 10 years. So just be a little bit careful which one you want. I'm not sure whether you get to pick whether you get the free money or the free accommodation. Anyway, as I say, this is absolutely fantastic. You can see perfectly well through this multi-purpose bag, and that's it. So yeah, take care, many thanks.